Welcome back to High Rule Heisers. I'm Squirrel, and today I've got some exciting news for myself, maybe for some others. I know there's been other videos out there that have reviewed different disc golf bags time and time again, but I thought I'd give you my take of the new Squatch Lore version 2. Also, I wanted you to see what it's like to get one of these directly from the manufacturer in a box. Without further ado, here we go. So here is the new Squatch Lore version 2. And it doesn't seem to be too much going on inside the box. Right here, we have the bag itself inside of a nice, thick, probably 5 mil bag. We pull this out. There's no other stuff in the box. And probably doesn't really need to be since it's such a soft item to begin with. But we'll go ahead and take the bag down, just like this. Grab our hull loop, pull that out. See a little tissue paper, which is probably covering one of the, covering the applique down here. We got our nice stitched in patch up top. Now, the thing that drew me to Squatch in the first place, first of all, was the color. Absolutely love the color. Once this color came out, Arctic Blue for Squatch, then it wasn't very long after that Grip came out with their blue. But there were a couple things about Grip bags that I just couldn't get past. One of my biggest pet peeves about any disc golf bag, I don't care how expensive or how cheap it is, my number one complaint or my number one criteria for if I like it or not is how difficult it is to get out the first and the last disc. Okay. And if I show you my Handeye bag over here, we push that back. It's not terrible. Okay. But it is sort of tucked back in there a little bit to get, if I really want to get to that entropy. All right. And I don't have this bag totally full either. So imagine having one more disc in here, and that becomes a little more difficult to get in and out. But that first and last spot is really crucial to me because I like to use every disc that I bag. All right. I don't like making a habit of bagging a disc that I don't intend to throw if the situation calls for it. So why would I want to have a spot where I can't get to it very easily? Okay, so that's one thing. The next thing is I always find myself stepping on the straps, and so I love that about the new Squatch bags. When you look at the straps, first of all, we have our sternum strap right there. Okay, sternum strap is adjustable up and down depending on your height and your style of wear. But right up at the top here, we have these extra buckles. And if you do any reading up on them, you know that the straps are replaceable. These buckles have nothing to do with them being replaced. The replacement mechanism is actually this clip right down here. The strap comes right off. This buckle, though, has everything to do with 2 different modes for the bag to be in. Now, currently, you'll notice that the straps are laying nice and flat. Okay, this is what you would call storage mode. So these buckles are relaxed. If we pull them tight, though, I'll put it this way for you. All right, pull them tight. We got the buckle there. Here's our strap right there to pull. If we pull this strap tight like this, okay, now you'll notice that it shortens this length between up here and our hinge point for the strap and holds the strap up. So the really cool part is my excess loop down here is off the ground. We get both of these up in the air like so. There we go. We get that one up and that one's up in the air. So now this is what they consider play mode, okay, or tournament mode. Folded down, storage mode, up, play mode. And then the great part about this is now I can just go right in here real easy, and this strap is already out, and I don't have to worry about strap roll, where I have to untwist it before I put it on, before I'm done putting it on my back. It's right where it needs to be from the get-go. So I think that is super cool, and that was something that really attracted me to this brand, plus the replaceable straps in case that wears out. Lifetime warranty on this bag, which is super cool as well. Anyhow, so we have our shot cord up here with our tightener right there. That is going to be for any of your pole type things that you'll carry, whether it's a retriever or an umbrella. We have our two side pockets here and here, okay? And we have an elastic pocket right there. We also have an elastic pocket right there. Plenty of space inside both sides there if you want to carry extra discs. This is plenty wide. Okay, plenty wide to carry a disc, no problem. I can actually get, let's see, that's going to be 2 proxies in a range. I got 2 proxies in a range in there without issue. Let's see if we can get a watermelon pitch in there too. It's a squeeze. I wouldn't put a pitch in there because that bad boy's going to warp. So I'll put that back over here. But anyway, plenty of space, and you have that same space on both sides of the bag here, okay? Up top is going to be our putter pocket. Now, version 2, what they changed, you'll notice that the zipper goes around the top and comes back to the front like this. Version 1, the hinge for this flap was all the way in the back. So it would flap down from back here. Instead, this flaps down from front. And the reason for that was to get a little smart about things. You have another zipper back here that opens up, and this gives us access to our water bladder storage. Okay, so this one holds a 1 liter bladder. The Legend holds a 2 liter bladder, and you can put your water bladder and turn this into a disc golf camelback if you like. All right. Up top, you have 2 reliefs in the stitching here. Very intentional. But anyhow, you have a pole item here and a pole item here, whether that's a disc retriever or an umbrella or both, or maybe you have 2 disc retrievers. This is going to fit your standard metal telescoping disc retriever pole, not your max distance carbon fiber poles. Your max distance carbon fiber poles, you're going to want to stick in the back over here, zip that up, and have the shot cord over there for stabilization. You can just tighten that right on down like so, and then that'll be golden. The zippers, we'll go ahead and zip those up. These are beautiful zippers. Very smooth, very nice to operate. They have rubber gaskets on the seals here to help for weather resistance and whatnot. Let's turn around to the side, and we have 2 D-rings here. This is new for version 2. We only had 1 D-ring in the back here for version 1. Now we have 2. So that's kind of cool. If you have a little bungee cord or something else, you can tie something up on this side. We also add some Velcro straps so we can put our Velcro patches there. And then you'll notice these 2 zippers here, both of those zip up like so. We have some incognito side pockets. So there's some Velcro here. And depending on what you want to keep in these side pockets, this lets you keep them nice and dry. So there is Velcro right inside here that we can fold this down. And now we have ourselves a fully open side pocket. So you can see there that is. Now, I will say this much. This is shared space, okay? So when you're utilizing this space here, then that is going to bite into the space inside the pocket right there, like so, okay? So it is going to take up space in your big side pocket. So if you're carrying discs and you're carrying water bottles, you're going to have to pick one or the other. There is still plenty of room up top once we get above, and you can stuff your extra towels, your snacks. Still plenty of room for your cell phone. You got your little hooky-doo for your keys right there. But over here, this side is going to be your intentional water bottle side. Inside of this, we have, and let me flip this around like so we get a little better light. Inside of here is going to be our divider for the water bottle, but that fully comes out if you really want it to. There's our divider, okay? Without the divider, now we have the full width of this pocket available to us, whether we have a big water bottle or we have something besides water bottles. This side pocket, believe it or not, is big enough also for a disc. You see, I didn't even pause there. That slid right in. I mean, if I just give it a little jiggle, it slides right down. So that's intentional. That is sized on purpose. So we're good there. And we'll go to the other side. The other side is built the same way. Zipper, zipper. Additional Velcro for patches. Just a little flare, little bling. Open this guy up. We got our Velcro as our keeper so we can tuck and keep. Now this one does not have the additional Velcro strips for the water bottle divider. Okay, so water bottle divider is going to be this side, your left side, okay, port side. If you're carrying extra discs and you don't want to carry them in the big pocket, boom, there it is. And just to go again, boom, there it is. Boop, very little effort. Boop, okay. There's three right there. So the same three that would fit inside also fit on the outside, depending on how you want to roll. Okay, but you know, different strokes for different folks. That's up to you. Next thing we're going to look at, we have on the front flap, we have room for a mini. It's not too deep, so it's not going to fall all the way down. This is as far in as my hand goes. So that's probably, you know, that's definitely a mini. But to the main compartment here. So both of these zippers are going to come up like so. Again, super smooth, those YKK zippers. And we're not talking about like the cheap ones. We're talking about the nice ones. When you first get the bag, this is where they're going to stow the cooler. And the cooler fits in either side. Obviously, this side, the port side, you need to pull the divider out. And that goes right in there. And that's serious. All the other videos I've watched made this look like much more of a chore than it really is. I mean, boop, just like that. Okay, and there's my cooler. The cooler itself is not terribly thick, but it's what you would expect. And quite honestly, thicker than I would expect out of something this size. Not a whole lot of space for ice and drinks. So I would look at this as keeping it just cold enough that it can be enjoyable by, say, the 12th hole. Anyhow, it's a nice little fringe benefit. Don't know how useful it will be. We'll see. It might come in handy later. Only time will tell. But that's the cooler. Now we get into the main disc golf compartment. Now, another addition to version 2 over version 1. Version 1 does not have anything to keep the flap up. Version 2, they do add Velcro here that mates up with Velcro on the bottom of the putter pocket here. Okay, so we'll get that connected real nice, like so. And now our flap stays. So, you know, it's details. That's when you go from spending $50, $80, $90, $100 for a bag to $200. It's the details. The details are super nice to have in a bag like this. So there's our main compartment. Main compartment holds 16 discs, and that is going to be a mix of primarily drivers and mids. Your putters are going to be up here. If you start putting putters down here, you might drop to 15. But very, very comfortably, you're going to fit 16 down here, 6 up top, and that's going to give you a total of 22. Another controversial thing is there is no rail. There are no feet. It is floppy right here, and that seems like an oversight. However, on the bottom is the 1000 denier Cordura nylon, so it's going to be super rugged. Nothing to worry about there. Inside here, we have all Cordura as well. It's a mix of 500 denier and 1,000 denier. And the last thing is going to be probably the support on the back, the cushioning and the support. So this whole area is cushioned right through here, this black area. And that's really comfy, and there's a lot of airflow there. But they up the ante with this additional cushion. This cushion keeps it off of the small of your back, or it sits on the small of your back. And it literally, when I tried it on the first time, I literally felt the breeze right through here. This was August at Idlewild, and it was a wonderful thing. That caught my attention like no other. All right, so those are all of the features of the bag. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start looking at how does this match up with my old bag. And we're going to transfer everything from the old bag, see how it fits here, and see what kind of space we have left over. And we're going to do the bag transfer, okay? So we'll go ahead and scooch this guy over here. We're going to get the Handeye Civillian up here, and we will start with the main compartment, okay? So the main compartment, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 discs down here, okay? 19 discs. We'll start on the high end with the easy stuff. As soon as I can rip those out, put that there, there, there. We're still going. All right, so this one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 discs in the main compartment. That is the primary number of discs in the main compartment. Now, one of the things that I want to stop and point out, I was talking to you about the trouble with first and last because we have the zipper design that's kind of a U shape right here, and this one goes straight down before it cuts a harder turn to go across the bottom. And if you'll notice, my first disc, which is right here, okay, that's this pink rim right here, and my last disc is this black rim right there. Look at that. I'll pick this up, and you can still see them. Both of those rims are still out and exposed, easy for me to get to without, look, I'm not even looking. I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at you. And I can still get to these discs without any major trouble. Too many bags don't think about first and last. First and last is key to me. All right, so there's 16 down there. We have 6 that fit up here. So real easy. Here are my 4 putters, my pair of proxies, my range, my watermelon pixel, and then we still have 3 discs left down here, which now these approach discs can move up top since I have a 6 disc capacity, no problem. And there they all are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can still pull any of these discs out with no issue. It's like they went through and like measured with lasers and tried all these other discs and bags. I mean, version 2 is dang near perfect. I don't know what they could improve upon in a version 3 other than, maybe make this like an inch bigger. I can carry 2 more discs down here. That'd be great. That'd be cool. I'd pay $20, $25 more for that. There are 16 here, 6 up here, so that gives me the 22 that I normally like to carry. I have 1 more. So can I shove it in here? Sure can. But can I also just hide it down in there? Sure can. So the next thing is I have my chalk bag, right? Chalk bag can go in a couple of places. I would probably keep it either in one of these side bags here. Next thing we have here, it's wintertime. I always like to carry some hand warmers. So we'll stuff those down there. I have my mini here for when I'm playing dubs. That fits very nicely right there. And again, I push that down. You're not going to lose it. It's not too deep. It's just right. It's just right. And got my Sharpie for aces. I've got the water bottle here. I have my speaker. We'll clip that on this back D-ring here. And we're going to let it hang out right there like so. So that fits no problem. And as a matter of fact, you know, that's probably going to be the good spot for the chalk bag. Since that's going to be open, that can go right there. So that's cool. We've got the towel. Well, we'll probably put it on this D-ring right here. That pretty much, that's it. That empties this. Okay, that's gone. Now we have our water bottle. Water bottle fits in here just fine. Okay. Now, here's the part that kind of surprised me. I take another one. This is another 32-ounce Hydro Flask. And look at this. Boom. Right there. Right there. That, to me, especially in the summertime, is going to be clutch to have all that water on hand. Love it. If I wanted to, even with this speaker over here, okay, I can move this guy out, and I could carry a third water bottle. And I still got my tunes. All right, no big deal. The cool part is this bag is not any bigger than this bag. As a matter of fact, this bag's probably a little bit larger. However, I still haven't even begun to start talking about these side pockets and what else I can fit in here. So I still have plenty of space in there, believe it or not. I mean, I got gobs of space. I can still fit extra discs. Here's this is even on the water bottle side. So there's on the water bottle side, there's one disc. And I got another water bottle in the other side. Right now, there's another disc. No big deal. That's great. So now I'm sitting here at 24 discs. And I still really, you know, if you find that random disc while you're looking for yours in the woods kind of thing. But anyhow, we'll go ahead and zip this guy up. Zip this guy up. Oh, there is one important thing I forgot to tell you about. The rails, okay? No rails on the bottom. This is what I want to show you, okay? Watch this. So, there's your discs, right? Easy to get out, easy in, okay? Now, watch what happens. The lip here and the discs when I pick it up. They sit down. They sit down. When I sit this down, they stand up. They stand up for easy access because when the bag's on the ground, I'm going to get a disc. When the bag's not on the ground, I'm not going to get a disc. I want these to stay in here, so they're not going to fall out. They're actually sitting lower in the bag because of the non-rigid bottom. So when I'm walking around, it's no big deal. They're not going to fall out. They're not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to sit down. Easy. That's why there are no rails on the bottom of this. The no rails is entirely intentional. I'm telling you, this right here, the Squatch Lore, especially the version 2, is, in my opinion, the best bang for your buck. Get the most out of your money disc golf bag on the market right now. I'm not sponsored. Nobody's paying for this. I got this bad boy with Christmas money. Okay. I paid for it. I've been looking at it for months now. And I finally got me one. I'm so excited. And this is why. So I hope this helped you. I hope this filled in a few of the missing pieces that I've seen in some of the other videos. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. If you like the video, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great one. Good night. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to use it. I really can't wait to use it. I can't wait to put the patches on it. I can't wait for everybody to see how blue it is. I can't wait to see everybody's face when it's raining out. And this.